Hey guys, welcome back. This is the part 2 of my series on rational expressions, and today we are learning how to multiply and divide rational expressions. Hey guys, and welcome back. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any future videos. Last time we were here, we talked about rational expressions and how to find their domain and how to simplify them. This time we're going to be focusing on how to multiply and divide them. So the first thing we're going to do is how to multiply them. We can multiply a rational expression in 3 steps. The first one is to factor the numerator and denominator. Second step is to multiply numerator and denominator across. And then the third step is to simplify. And so let's jump into some examples. The first example we're going to have is going to be x minus 2 divided by 3x plus 9, all multiplied by 2x plus 6 divided by 2x minus 4. And so looking at this, the first thing we should do is factor out every single polynomial that we have. Looking at the first rational expression here, its numerator is already all factors, so there's nothing you can do. Its denominator has a 3 as a common factor, so we can pull out the 3 here and have 3 multiplied by x plus 3. And the second rational expression here, the numerator has 2 as a common factor, and so does the denominator. So we can rewrite this expression as 2 multiplied by x plus 3 divided by 2 multiplied by x minus 2. And so second step is to multiply across. So we can combine all of these things into one fraction. So we're going to have x minus 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by x plus 3 divided by 3 multiplied by x plus 3 times 2 times x minus 2. So step 3, we can go ahead and simplify every common factor that the numerator and the denominator have in common. And so we're going to have x minus 2 and x minus 2 gone, 2 and 2 gone, x plus 3 and x plus 3 gone. So everything is gone from the numerator, and so all you have left there is 1, and then for the denominator you have 3. For our final answer here is going to be 1 over 3. Second example, let's look at x squared minus 9 divided by x squared, all multiplied by x squared minus 3x divided by x squared plus x minus 12. As usual, first step, let's factor out every single polynomial that we have. So we're going to have x squared minus 9. That's the difference of squared, so that could be rewritten as x minus 3 multiplied by x plus 3. The denominator is just x squared, so we can rewrite it as x times x if you want to. And the second rational expression here, the numerator is going to be x squared minus 3x, and that has x as a common factor. And so we can pull out an x out, and so we're going to have x multiplied by x minus 3. The denominator, we're looking for two numbers that are adding up to 1 and multiplying to negative 12. And that's going to be negative 3 and 4. And so that can be rewritten as x minus 3 multiplied by x plus 4. Now that we have that, we can go ahead and multiply across. So just extend the fractional bar here, and then go to step 3, which is to simplify out any common factors. So we're going to have x minus 3 and x minus 3 gone, x and x gone. So our final answer here is going to be x plus 3 times x minus 3 divided by x times x plus 4, and that's done. Now moving into division, you can divide out rational expression in 4 steps. The first step is to factor out all numerators and denominators. Then the second step is to turn your division into a multiplication by flipping the second rational expression. The third step is to multiply across, and then the fourth is, of course, to simplify. So let's look at some examples here to see how that plays out. So our next example here is going to be x squared minus 4 divided by x, and so all that divided by x plus 2 divided by x minus 2. So this is a division of rational expression. And so the first step is going to be to factor out everything we have. And so looking at the first rational expression here, its numerator is a difference of squared. So you can rewrite it as x minus 2 multiplied by x plus 2. divided by x. And our second rational expression here is already all factored out. You can't do anything more. And so we just leave it the way it is. And so the next step would be to turn this division into a multiplication by flipping the second rational expression. That means to rewrite it numerator as denominator and denominator as numerator. And so we're going to have x minus 2 multiplied by x plus 2 multiplied by x minus 2 divided by x multiplied by x plus 2. So last step, let's simplify it through. And so we're going to have x plus 2 and x plus 2 gone. And so our final answer is going to be x minus 2 times x minus 2 divided by x. Last example in this note, we're going to have x squared minus 4 divided by x squared plus 3x minus 10. Altogether, divided by another rational expression, it's going to be x squared plus 5x plus 6 divided by x squared plus 8x plus 15. First step first, let's factor it out. So the first polynomial here is going to be a difference of squared, and so you're going to have x minus 2 multiplied by x plus 2. And its denominator here is going to be a quadratic, so we are looking for two numbers that are going to add to 3 and multiply it to negative 10. And those are going to be 5 and negative 2. And so we're going to have x plus 5 and x minus 2 here. Next, still a quadratic, so we're looking for two numbers that are adding to 5 and multiplying to 6. That will be 3 and 2. And so we're going to have x plus 3 and x plus 2. And next, we're looking for two numbers that are adding to 8 and multiplying to 15. And that's going to be 5 and 3. And so now we have to flip the second fraction over and turn this into a multiplication. So we're going to have x minus 2, x plus 2, multiplied by x plus 5, x plus 3, all divided by x plus 5, x minus 2, multiplied by x plus 3, x plus 2. And so now let's do the last step, which is simplifying every factor that we can. We have x minus 2 here and x minus 2 cancel. X plus 2 is gone. X plus 5 is gone. And x plus 3 and x plus 3 is gone. This is, well, didn't see this coming. But anyway, this turns out to be just a number 1. And so we're done here. Wow. Alright guys, that is it for now. The link for this note is always going to be in the description below. If you like this video, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. Also, follow me on my other social platforms on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter at Franck's Note, and I will see you in the next video.